you know, things like that. And yeah, welcome to episode 1 of the Minimal Podcast. um so to start off, I wanted to talk about a couple of dreams that I have that I want to accomplish in the future. Um so first off, I wanted to talk about how even though you can't see them right now, I did add a couple of since last time I saw that like two people followed during the stream. I added actual notifications. It's like it's not gonna make audio or anything, but it is gonna be like a little minimal overlay to the top left if you were to follow or anything. If I'm correct, I'm pretty sure I added it. 95% sure, unless if I forgot because I forget about everything. But yeah, I added that. And to start off, I wanted to talk about dreams or hopes that I have for my future because I'm not like 30 or anything. I'm just 15. Um, so the first thing that I wanted to do is obviously start something like, a podcast or, create a YouTube channel or anything like that because I like creating stuff, but half of the time I am either too nervous or too scared or just like I just don't like talking about things that I like to do. I am a pretty reserved person in my opinion. I don't like talking about a lot of my personal life or what's it called, or like anything related to things that are personal to me. I don't really like talking about it, but sometimes I have to. So I wanted to create something that even though like the closest of friends or people that I know will know or like the people that I know will know more about me. I want like if people want to look up to me or or want to know more of who I am, I could have something, that could be left behind if, something ever happens and people can know who I am, what I did and things like that. uh it should, like, in my opinion, like 15-year-olds shouldn't be thinking about like leaving things behind for like their future. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do. So that's why I created the Minimal Podcast. And I'm working on photography right now to potentially like offer myself once I'm good at photography and taking videos and stuff, and offer to work for people because I really would love to have that as a job. um yeah, for sad boys, yeah, I am 15. I am not 30. uh Soul Park also you know said that that like I sounded like I was 20 or 30 when we first met. And Phantom, uh I wish like I wish I could change my voice for other things, but or like exchange voices, but I would prefer to stay with my voice. Even though me speaking in Spanish is absolutely terrible, even though I'm fluent in it. But yeah, just wanted to make this like the podcast and photography for people to know who I am pretty much. um what else did I have? Oh yeah, gear. I love, like, if I could create like a tech review channel and review products and stuff or review different things in general, I would love to have that because I love opening up products and stuff. And like even opening like little things, like I don't know, a cup, and then like what's it called, putting in all my effort to know as much as I can, like maybe knowing where the cup came from, who made it, like if it's unique or if it's just like one in a thousand or one in a million, things like that. I love doing that, especially when it comes to like headphones, like phones, keyboards, mouses and stuff. I love doing that. I love just nerding out for like different products that I want. And because of that, like I've been to Microsoft, I've been to Micro Center, I've been to Metro PCS before. And when I go to buy products, a lot of the employees are impressed that like I'm able to identify a lot of things and able to say which one is better and which one is better for the price. So, bang for buck. And I have been offered jobs before, especially for Microsoft. I had one of their cards because they gave me one of their cards in case I wanted to actually work for them. But I kind of lost the card, and I'm still not like technically in the legal age to work with a machinery technically. So yeah, but Prototech is not a bad name, by the way. I would yoink that if I was doing tech stuff. But you know, yeah. Like when it comes to gear, uh, in my opinion, I want like because the main amount of things that I have a gift, like I have a gifted mouse from one of Soul Park's viewers named Ali, and she gave me a mouse because I had it before when I used to stream games mainly. I had that in my wish list and she bought it for me and I was like really grateful for it, which is why I still use it now. Um I have I forgot what keyboard this is called, but I've had a mechanical keyboard for about a year. That costed I think like $50 more or less. I don't know. Um but like if it's gear that I want, I would love to have some Sony XM4s or XM3s because they're like one of the best wireless headphones in the market right now. They got really good noise cancellation. They got like multiple device support when it comes to Bluetooth. They sound really good in general. Uh, and like in my opinion, they're like the best headphones right now. I would like if somebody were to like offer me some like AirPods Max that just came out. I would take it, but I would probably prefer Sony's over like Apple products. I'm not an Apple fanboy. I don't really like Apple products, which is why like I have like my main phone is a Samsung phone right now, but since my dad works as a superintendent, and he's the one that has to take out the trash for the entire building, uh what's it called? He gets to find a bunch of products. And I do have an iPhone X and what's it called, an Apple Watch like Series 6 or 7, something like that. I don't remember. Um like they're broken, but I can fix it. Uh but in my opinion, like I don't really want it. I would prefer a quality Android phone than a quality iPhone because like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like I guess it's because iPhones are or Apple in general is more like conservative when it comes to its products, and it's harder to support multiple products that aren't theirs. So like if you wanted to use an iPhone with a Windows phone or have things that are not from Apple, it is harder to actually use it, like use your products with something else. But when it comes to Android or Linux, because I know there's Linux phones around there, or Windows phone, even though nobody use that, and you should never use that in my opinion. uh it's more like it's more supported than an Apple phone if it's not Apple things. But yeah, I would if it comes to a phone at least, I would prefer a what phone was it? I think I actually, in my opinion, wouldn't go for a smartphone. Like I know that smartphones, are like really useful and stuff, but I barely use mine. I only use mine for notes and occasionally looking at social media, but I could do that on my phone as well. I would probably just like get a $20 flip phone and just work off of that because like I don't even use the cameras on my phone anymore. Like I only use my phone notes, a little bit of social media, like I look around in Instagram occasionally, look at what's trending on Twitter and stuff, and occasionally tweet and post. But I can do that as well on PC. And after that, occasionally look at Discord as well, but I have Discord on my PC as well. So, I really don't really need that, but yeah, I would probably just go for a dumb phone at this point. Uh what else would I what else would I like? I would probably want a wireless mouse if if we were talking about things that like nitpicking, because in my opinion, you don't really need to spend hundreds of dollars on like a really precious keyboard or a really good mouse. In my opinion, if it works, it works, and if it works fine, that's good. If it works great, even better. But I really wouldn't, like, especially for a mouse, unless if somebody buys it for me, or like I get it as a gift. I myself would never, like, even if I had, like, let's say for example $600, I wouldn't waste like $100 or more on a mouse. I would probably just waste like $50 max on a mouse. And if it comes to a keyboard, maybe over 100, because I know that, keyboards are usually better when it comes to being more expensive. But like once you reach the $100 mark, like once you reach the $100 mark, especially for mouses, like it's not really worth it in my opinion. Uh, I guess, and also for Phantom, I guess I'm smart. I don't know. Like sometimes people call me smart, and then like sometimes I'm just dumb, and I can't use the word retard anymore, or like call someone a simp, because Twitch is banning those words. So like if you were to call someone a simp or an incel, or what was it again? Or I think it was a simp, an incel, yeah, the R word. Um there was another word as well. But I forgot what it is. If you say it in a hateful manner, you can get banned for it, and you can't say the N word now with a hard R. You will get insta banned if I'm correct. From what I know at least. And what else was it? I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like if you even have the word in your name, you will get banned most probably. But yeah, so I can't call anybody a retard as well, because if I call somebody a retard, I'll probably get banned. So I'm not going to call myself a retard, even though I technically just did. But yeah. Uh um no, but I think the place that I would waste the most amount of money is probably on the monitor or headphones. Gets banned. You just see my stream just like cut out, and then you just see me like never exist on Twitch ever again. Like my 60K that I have saved on Soul Park will be completely removed, and I will cry when I see that, because I can't make him do like 10 TikTok dances in a row. But yeah. um no, I think the most amount of money that I'll probably waste, like when it comes to tech related or things in general, will probably be either my phone, or actually not even my phone at this point, but probably, and my headphones and monitor. Those will be the only three things probably. Oh, and my cameras and lenses. So technically those two go together. So my four things that I would waste the most amount of money on. Goddamn. Uh yeah, cuz obviously monitors, they get better over time. Headphones, they get better over time. Cameras obviously get better over time, and the better lenses that you have, the better the image quality is. But yeah, those would probably be like the places I would waste the most amount of money on. Except for maybe the monitor much, because like once you get a good monitor, you probably don't have to like replace it until like another 3 or 4 years, unless if you have like a 1080p monitor. But if you have a 1440p or a 4K monitor, you're chilling. Um, yeah. But that's pretty much the gear that I would like to have at least. Uh, I have another thing here noted, that I wanted to talk about people that I would like to interview. Um, since I'm small, that's probably not gonna happen much. But I'll probably want to interview Soul Park. When it comes to smaller people, at least it would be Soul Park, Pandroid, Phantom. Uh, who else? I would love to interview Sad Boys as well. Who, like, there's a couple of people that I would love to interview, but I just don't know like if either they would be interested or down to interview, like, you know, like have a one-on-one, ask like chat ask questions for them if they want to and stuff. But yeah, that would probably be what I want. Like those would probably be like the main few people that I would like to interview first. Um maybe have like a friend or two on this as well, so they can like so I can bounce off of someone, because like being a solo man on a podcast is kind of hard in my opinion. It's pretty hard unless if you have an entire script on you, but I don't want to do that because I don't like when my stuff is scripted. I just like being random and stuff. But yeah, I would probably want to interview. So first, Soul Park, since I know the most about him. Then it would probably be Phantom because this dude's amazing. But then it would be then it would probably be Pandroid, then Sad Boys. Um, I don't know who else I would probably interview after that. I would probably interview maybe, I don't know, maybe one of I wanted to interview a senior. Like it doesn't have to be any person, like any senior in general, but I probably wanted to interview, somebody that's elderly, because I wanted to know like their experience with you know being in, I don't know, the 1980s or 1970s, things like that, because I love talking about like old things. I love having retro tech. Like I love vinyls and stuff like that, even though I kind of have never had one. I have had like one in my hand, but I don't currently own one. Uh, but yeah, I would love to interview a senior and get to know how life was like 20, 30 years ago. Let's see, what else do I have here? What's been going on recently? Uh, what has been going on recently? So, we finally got the vaccine for the virus. Um, I think already people got it in New York. Not everybody. I'm pretty sure it's only the nurses and doctors first, because obviously they're dealing with those people more. But I know that next are the essential workers, and then last is everybody else. That's not really that important, like kids, and kids that are like 16 and below can't even take the shot. So I don't know why. That actually, I don't know why that's like a thing. They like kids under 16 can't take like the vaccine, because like they can get infected too, even though like it's usually the elderly people that get infected more, which makes sense. But I don't know why not kids. It kind of makes no sense in my opinion. But yeah. Um what else has been going on? So, obviously I was just talking about how Twitch banned the word simp, incel. Oh, and I think, oh yeah, the third word was virgin. You can't call someone a virgin anymore on Twitch as well, and you will get banned for that. Um yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was it, because they were doing a stream as well about, about like Twitch TOS now and stuff. Obviously copyrighted music is getting banned as well. And actually, about copyrighted music, it is getting worse because since Twitch hasn't done anything to do like to change about the whole DMCA thing, it is currently getting worse. So, even if you were like putting copyrighted music now, instead of like you getting a strike first, if you're playing like copyrighted music in between a stream, like while you're streaming, you will get banned like immediately on the stream. Almost like, well, not almost immediately, but depending on how strict Twitch is being about this, because I'm pretty sure it's not gonna happen until around like mid January, if I'm correct. I forgot when the whole new TOS is happening. But yeah, so you can't call someone a simp, a virgin, or an incel. and don't put copyrighted music in your streams, or you could get banned for that. What else has been going on? I gotta check because like from what I know, like the main thing that I've been hearing about is the whole vaccine, and then the whole Twitch thing. Um oh yeah. Supposedly there's gonna be like a new Nvidia card, because they came out with the 3070, 3080, and the 3090. There's also going to be now a supposedly 3060 Ti, and it's supposedly going to be as good as the what was it again? As the 2080 Super. I don't know if that is 100% true. It probably isn't. Uh but yeah, that will probably be coming out soon. I'm pretty sure it was like around February, so if I could beg my parents to get it for me, maybe. I don't know, cuz my birthday is also on February. But I doubt it because I don't really need it. I would prefer a better CPU than a Nvidia card. Um yeah. What else do I have here? I have I had, well, not an option, an idea about music and my favorite artist currently, at least, because it changes like every 3 months or so. Um, let's see. Well, first off, I'm garbage at making music. I'm terrible at it. I don't know how to make any type of music. Well, I know how to make a little bit of lo-fi, but after that, I am trash at making music. Uh like if you were to tell me to make a song or make a beat, hell no. It will probably take me like 3 months to find out how to make a beat. And then after I find out how to make a beat, it will probably be trash. Like it will be terrible. Like the memes about like people making trash songs like about the SoundCloud rappers? It will probably be like that, but 10 times worse. That's how bad I am at making music. But when it comes to favorite artist, um, I don't have like the cliche like top artist as like my favorite artist. Like I don't know, The Weeknd or stuff like that, or Travis Scott. I like they're good artists. Like I like some of their songs, but they're not my favorites. Currently, my favorite artist at the moment is called, like, it's a band called Covet, and I love their albums. They're really good in my opinion. Like I have, I think, two of their albums on my phone. I was gonna buy one of the vinyls that they have, but I don't have money for it. I'm broke. So I can't buy it. But yeah, I wanted to buy one of their albums. I think it was called Efflorescence, but I'm not, like, I don't remember if it was called like that. I'm pretty sure it's called like that though. And they're so good in my opinion. I want, like, if I ever get big enough, I want to interview them, cuz they, in my opinion, they're like, in my opinion, like their songs are the best. Like it's mainly just instrumentals, but I love it. They're just amazing in my opinion. But yeah. I think my next favorite artist, what is it actually? Cuz I don't usually listen to multiple, like, well, not multiple, one person, like one artist at a time. I mainly listen to like 10 or more at the same time, and they're not like multiple of their songs. It's usually like one song and that's it. So mainly at the moment, Covet is my favorite artist because they're amazing. But no, if I go to my Spotify, let me check right now. I have artists from Travis Scott. I got, let's see, if it wants to load up. I have Harris Heller, but he's more of a YouTuber. Um, I got music from P Holla, Hocus Pocus, um, Cam Will. I don't listen to him much though. Future, Jordan Edmonds. Actually, that's one of my favorite artists because I love his music as well. I first listened to him on MKBHD. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's a tech YouTuber on 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 YouTube. And he usually, like, at the start of his videos, he usually puts like a little like 2 to 3 second song before starting the actual video to show his intro, and it changes every time. And so he had a link to the entire playlist of all the songs that he has put since like 2019, I think it was. And one of them was from Jordan Edmonds, bro. I loved his song. It was from, I think the song was called Rough, and I love that song. Uh so then after I listened to that one, I started like listening to more of his songs, and I downloaded like, I'm pretty sure like 95% of it, like 95% of his albums. And like I was listening to him religiously for like a good 2 months, but then recently I stopped listening to him much because I mainly have been just going on shuffle mode, and then just like listening to any song that it gets on my list. But yeah, he's also a really good artist in my opinion. I was listening to a lot of J. Cole as well. I was listening to actually a couple of bands as well, like old bands like Kiss. Um, what else have here? For some reason, let's see. This. I have a couple of actually artists that I can't even name. I have Gorillas actually. They're really good as well. Will Smith, for some reason I have him. I don't know why. Um I have Khalid, I don't know. Kendrick Lamar, I have him as well. Drake, I'm pretty sure I said Drake already. Juice World. Marshmello, I like Marshmello a little bit. Not a lot though. I have a song called Shape of My Heart by Sting. I love that song as well. I haven't listened much to him as well, but yeah, I love him as well. He has some pretty nice music. Favorite movies? Hmm. Favorite movies? I don't have one. Well, actually, scratch that. I have two, yeah, two favorite movies right now. I have a, I think like a movie from like the 1980s. I'm pretty sure if I could search it up. It's called Leon the Professional. And the main gist of the movie is so there's a hitman, right? An Italian hitman called Leon or Leon. It changes around the movie depending on the person that is saying his name. Uh, so pretty much what happens, there's a girl named Matilda, and her dad is like in a lot of sketchy like drug stuff. So what happens pretty much is that her entire family gets murdered except for her, because she wasn't there like at the scene. She went to, I think it was like the deli, and then when she came back, she saw that her entire family was dead. And then since they were still there, she went over to Leon's door and knocked on his door to pretend that it was like his daughter, even though obviously she isn't. And he obviously brings her in because of the guys that are outside. And she finds out that he's a hitman. So they start getting on like this small adventure about like him trying to train her to be a good hitman as well, because she wants to get revenge on the people that killed her, not her, her family, sorry. And that's like the main gist of the story. But the only reason why people were like really like it wasn't a great movie, or people didn't like it much, was because there was a scene where, because Leon is like 30, I'm pretty sure 40 in the movie, and Matilda is 12 if I'm correct. Let me check. Yeah, 12 years old. uh so she kind of falls in love with him, which is kind of weird. But in like the US version, that never happens. Like that scene is completely cut out of the movie. But I watched the international version, so that that it includes that scene. And it wasn't really that weird for me. I didn't, I didn't think it was like super weird. Obviously it is weird now, but I don't like, just because of that part, I don't think it means that the movie is bad. It just added a weird part that I feel like it wasn't needed. And I was trying to see if they were gonna make a sequel, and they were originally going to do one, but then the director of the original movie left the studio that made the movie. So that got scrapped, and it was turned into another movie. I forgot what the movie was called. I think it was called like Colombiana, and it was an all right movie. I did go and watch it. It wasn't the best. It was pretty much like the sequel was supposed to be that Matilda is now all grown up, and like she's following the same footsteps as Leon, and like that was like the main premise of what it was going to happen. But they didn't say what was like the rest of the actual story, and that was turned into La Colombiana, which pretty much is the same exact thing, because I only watched like up to 75% of the movie. And yeah, that was exactly what happened in the movie. In that movie, she is a child, they're having fun, her family gets murdered, but instead of her, like in La Colombiana, instead of her meeting a somebody like similar to Leon, it just automatically skips a couple of years, and now she's older and is a professional hitman as well. So it's pretty much the same premise of Leon as well, but now it's with an entirely different cast and an entirely different setting, because obviously, since it's a Spanish movie, it's obviously set in Colombia. So because of the movie La Colombiana. But yeah, so in my opinion, I would have been super hyped to watch a Leon the Professional Part 2 with I actually, fun fact, Matilda is actually Natalie Portman when she was like 12 or 15, something like that. So if you ever want to watch that movie, just search it up. It's so good in my opinion. I would recommend that movie to anybody, especially since like like I'm just saying it's a really good movie. Watch it. Um, and then my second favorite movie is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That movie, in my opinion, is one of the best animated films of all time. I'm not dissing like I don't know Toy Story because it's way bigger, or or I don't know what 3D movies or animated movies are here, like Moana. I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of animated films, but yeah, in my opinion, Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse is a great, one of the best movies, mainly because of the comic style that it has. It's like it's like 2D but 3D at the same time. But like it has a lot of things that really old comic books have, like hatching lines, a lot of the little dots that they have, and like if it's not on in focus, it looks like more blurry, and like the color is mistinted because before as well, when they tried printing out color, it was like the colors in the corners would be faded because it's not like, and like it wasn't in focus, so the colors would be like maybe a couple like centimeters off from the actual like where it's supposed to be. So like if the cabinet is brown, you would still see like a couple inches, well, not couple inches, couple centimeters off from the drawer. It would also be brown, but like the little details that they add into the movie is so good. Like I would like, in my opinion, if I could live in that universe, I would like take that as a yes, no questions asked. I would live in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That's how much I love that movie. It's amazing. I would watch that so many times in a row, and I don't care what anybody would say about the movie. It's so good. Jesus Christ, my throat is dry. But yeah, those are my two favorite movies at the moment. So movie one, for Neil that just joined, movie one, is Leon the Professional. It's like set in let me check again. It came out in 1994, and my second favorite movie is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Let's see what else do I have here in my notes. Um, Plans that I currently have. What plans do I have? um, well, first off, I obviously want to continue doing this podcast, even though like I know for a fact this is kind of boring for some people, especially people that never listened to a podcast. Um, yeah, so that like my bad if I sound really boring and I'm just rambling. But once we start getting guests, it's gonna be better in my opinion. Uh, so first off, obviously, start the podcast, like continue working on it. Next, I kind of want to get myself a proper XLR microphone, but that's pretty expensive in my opinion. It's like $100 for a mic. And what else? Obviously, I want to work more on my photography. I am, since I'm gonna work for the summer, technically already this summer since it's December and like by because it's already Sunday by next week it's already gonna be 2021. Um, yeah, I'll probably want to like once we get to the summer and I start working in my summer job, I will upgrade my camera because currently I am working with a Canon Rebel T1i, and that camera is about a decade old. I bought it used because I wanted to like obviously I was desperate and I wanted to get a DSLR and work with one. Uh so I bought the Rebel T1i for about $200 off of Amazon. It was used, and you know it's still pretty good in my opinion, but the sensor that it has is outdated. The ISO isn't that great. It only goes up to 3200, but I overclocked it so it can go up to I think it was like 128 thousand, something like that. Um, but it's a pretty decent camera to start with, in my opinion, for $200. Uh, when it comes to photography, at least video, I would never recommend that for video because it can't even do 1080p correctly. It's like 1080p at like 10 frames, if I'm correct. That's how old that camera is. If I check it right now, let me see. Rebel T1i. It came out, let's see, in May of 2009. So it's over a decade old right now. So, you know, as I said, sensor outdated. Um it can't like I was gonna originally use it as a webcam, but it's pretty bad at that too. It only runs at like 15 frames if I'm correct. And you know, I decided not to do that cuz it was super choppy. Like the quality is good, but once you start talking and you start like moving around, it looks pretty bad in my opinion. But yeah, um I will probably want to upgrade it to a I think it's the Canon SL3. It came out like last year, but it's $550. So in my opinion, it's kind of expensive, and I need to get myself a good lens. So you know, because I currently just have the kit lens for the Rebel T1i and a broken what was it again, 70 millimeter to 300 millimeter lens. Um, fun fact about that. If I can actually make that image like make taken well not take make the image look good enough, I did take a picture of the moon with that lens, which in my opinion it looks decent because it was like really cloudy last night. But yeah, if I'm able to make that image look good, then I will post it onto Instagram and you will see. But yeah, it like those lenses are fine, but the especially the 70 to 300 millimeter lens that I have, it's broken. Not like the lens is broken, but the autofocus to manual focus button, it is non-existent because my dad found it. And you know, especially in the cold weather, if you're walking around with that lens in the cold, it what's it called? It fogs up like the entire lens from the inside. So I can't use that lens when I'm outside and it's really cold because then it just fogs up the entire lens and it's unusable, all the images. But yeah, I want to get myself a obviously the Rebel SL3, or if I can, maybe even a Sony A60 6100 if I'm correct. If I'm correct, that's how it's called, but it's like $700, so you know, it's really expensive. I will probably want to save up starting now. But yeah, those will probably be my my plan. one of my plans. And then after that, I will probably go for a 50 millimeter lens. And then what else was it? Thanks for following, by the way. And like a 50 millimeter lens, hopefully get a better like long range lens as well, like better than the 70 to 300 millimeter. um and then finally at the end save up for Sigma lenses, because in my opinion Sigma lenses are the best lenses in the market since the image quality is super sharp. um so that's really good. What else would I do? I'm pretty sure after that, yeah, I'll probably just chill, and then maybe in the future upgrade my lenses even more, because once you have a good camera you don't need to get a good lens. So yeah. What else do I have here? That's kind of everything that I had on my list. But yeah, do if you have any questions to ask me, or anything related to me, that I can answer, I can answer that for you if you want. um but yeah, right now I'll probably you know go and edit a couple of photos. Probably the ones that I took yesterday. Maybe work more on the moon one. But yeah, Phantom, if you're still here, by the way, um, I will take more pictures on the road, bro. Like I will go in the middle of the street and take a photo because I have more. You can't do anything about it. So good luck on that. But yeah, what's better, PS5 or Xbox Series X? My opinion, Xbox Series X, because the PS5, like, it's good, obviously. Um, but when it comes to raw performance, it is better. Like, not that the PS5 is better, but the Xbox Series X is better when it comes to raw performance. It will be slightly better in every single way than the PS5, because the PS5 is like, its CPUs are not like, even though the Xbox Series X and the PS5 or like have the exact same CPU, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X use it in completely different ways. The Xbox Series X uses it to deliver the most amount of performance that it can get, but the PS5 is to just give you a stable, stable gameplay. So if, let's say for example, you're playing at like a 4K monitor, you'll probably get stable 60 FPS. But you know, it's like the Xbox Series X will probably give you a better boost. It'll probably be like 75% better than the, like, it'll give you 75 frames for the Series X and the PS5. But like for the games, when it comes to games, there's only one game that the PS5 has that the Series X doesn't have, which is Spider-Man Miles Morales. But, like, I would love to play that game, but it's not like just one game is gonna change my mind. At least I would prefer to have better gameplay than have limited titles that are only on a PlayStation or an Xbox. 100% all the way, I would go and play on a Series X and a PS5, even if I couldn't play Miles Morales, which I really want to play. What are my favorite games? Favorite games. I'm currently playing Valorant, Rocket League, a little bit of Fortnite, not that much, and what else? Um, I'm trying to get Cyberpunk, but that's probably not gonna happen. Because my PC will probably blow up the instant I run that game. But yeah, uh, I'll probably try to install Cyberpunk. I was playing actually, uh, Sonic Lost World and Sonic Forces. In my opinion, for that, like, if you want a small review, don't play that game. Just don't play any Sonic game that came out recently. They're pretty bad in my opinion. Um, the game slash PS5 exclusives are better. Plus, there are more games on PS5, so you're looking for gameplay, then go for PS5. Um, yeah. So exclusives, yeah, PS5 is better for that. But like, in my opinion, right? Even like even if there is more games or more exclusives on the PS5, I like I really don't think that's really worth it. I would prefer to just have a better console in general that have games that are not like maybe on one place or another, because eventually, right, you'll see that in a couple of years maybe that game will probably be all over the place anyways. People like there will probably be people that just like force the game to be on other consoles in a couple of years. So, yeah. Like, look, in my opinion, right? Like you may have more games, right? But it's literally only been a couple months since the PS5 and the Xbox Series X just came out. If you give it like a year, they will probably be on par, except for maybe the exclusives or like, you know, things that are like Sony related. But after that, you will probably see both PS5 games and Xbox Series X games like on the same like on the same level when it comes to games. It's just that right now, since it's only been like 2 months, 2 to 3 months that the consoles have been out, you know, they're each developer is trying to get the games onto the PS5 and the Xbox Series X as fast as possible. And even now, the majority amount of the games that are on each console are just PS4 games that are just updated for the PS5 to run better. But that's literally it. And you gotta wait until there's more PS5 or Xbox Series X games that are made specifically for that console, and then you can say if, you know, the PS5 is better or the Xbox Series X is better. Because like Cyberpunk right now, if, we'll take Cyberpunk as an example. That game is made for the Series X and the PS5, but you know you can't just decide which is better off of one game, or you know, one like a couple of games that are just out there that are more than the Series X. So, you know, I in my opinion, I would prefer I still would prefer having a PS5, I mean not a PS5, an Xbox Series X over the PS5. Like, I in my opinion, I don't feel like I'm biased, at least because I have had both consoles before. I have had a PS, well, I haven't had a PS4, but I've used the PS4. I've played its games. I've owned an Xbox Series X, not Series X, Xbox One. Um and I've had a PS3, a PS2. I've played on the original PlayStation 1. I've played on the 360 as well, not the original PC. So, yeah, like at the end of the day, in my opinion, I still would go like, even since it's not an option, I would still go for a PC over a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. But if it comes for the price, not Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S is more recommended than like for the price, at least. For bang for your buck, it's like $300 and it will run better than any $300 PC. So if you ever wanted like a good gaming system, yeah, go for a Series X. But like now at that $600, $500 price point that the Series X and the PS5 have, just go for a PC at this point. Like there's no way that you could change that. What else you have here? Will I be streaming games or am I going to be streaming the podcast? I did stream games before. I probably won't be streaming games now. I will keep this channel mainly for the podcast, just in case if anybody, you know, wants to drop by, and if I start interviewing a person live, you know, y'all can just drop by and ask questions for the person that I might be interviewing. But yeah, no, for now I will not be streaming games on this. I might be streaming like me editing photos. But no, I will not be streaming games for now, at least. Maybe in the future, or just create an entirely different channel for that. But yeah, that's first off my opinion on consoles, and yeah, and what I'm gonna be streaming on this channel, at least. Once the stream ends as well, which is probably gonna be right now since we have passed the 50-minute mark. Um, I will be uploading this to YouTube. I gotta remember to actually plug the YouTube, so let me do that right now. Um, yeah, I already uploaded the first episode onto YouTube, So if you want to listen to that, I don't know if you want to just see me being an idiot for, if you're not here live, or if you missed a couple of parts and you don't know, like, what's it called, if you if you weren't here, or if you were only here for a part and you wanted to hear a part that you weren't here for, like maybe at the start of the stream, if you weren't here, then yeah, you can go and listen to that. It's also just called The Minimal Podcast on YouTube. I will put the link as well in chat if you want to see that, and subscribe if you want to, support, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's your opinion. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, this will probably be the end of the stream, because it is we have been alive for over 55 minutes now. So I will see you guys on the next episode, or on my socials if you ever send me a message, or on YouTube if you ever decide to leave a comment. So have a good day, y'all, and see you guys next time.